Emily, thank you. New at 5 tonight, the U.S. is hoping to discuss a timetable for turning down the intense combat phase of the Israel-Hamas war. Israel, though, vows to continue its attacks until victory as a second border opens in Gaza for aid. ABC's Inez de la Cuetara has more detail.
Plumes of thick smoke seen rising over Gaza's skyline as Israel's war against Hamas continues. In the border city of Rafah, aid thrown to crowds in the streets, others chasing the trucks as boxes fell onto the road. Aid starting to move through a second border crossing between Israel and Gaza on Sunday. Officials hoping it'll double the amount of humanitarian relief getting to those desperately in need. U.S. Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin traveling to Israel Monday, meeting with Israeli officials hoping to discuss Israel's next steps in the war. According to the Hamas-run health ministry, more than 18,000 people have died in Gaza. President Biden weighing in.
I want them to be focused on how to save civilian lives. Not stop going after Hamas, but be more careful.
But some say his message to Israel is not getting through.
We continue to see unacceptably high levels of civilian casualties. And when it comes to the humanitarian crisis, we still have a near total siege.
Meanwhile, protesters taking to the streets of Tel Aviv demanding answers after Israel's defense forces accidentally killed 3 hostages in Gaza. The men identified as 28-year-old Yotam Haim, 26-year-old Alon Shemritz, and 22-year-old Samer Talalka. According to an IDF official, the men left a building in an area of very intense fighting. They were shirtless so they wouldn't be suspected of having explosives and were carrying a stick with a white cloth. A soldier saw them as a threat and opened fire. Shemritz laid to rest on Sunday, his distraught mother saying, "You survived 70 days in hell. Another moment and you were in my arms." Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu appearing to suggest on Saturday that new Qatar-mediated negotiations were underway to recover hostages still held by Hamas, while also pledging to destroy Hamas. But Hamas has said there will be no further hostage releases until the war ends. Inez de la Cuetara, ABC News, Tel Aviv.